Well, good evening, everyone. Hopefully you're all out there and you can hear me well. It's Thursday evening. Time now is just coming up to 6:30. We're just waiting for Sam to join us, and hopefully a lot of you will join too. And if you've got any questions, you can always share them on here. So I'm going to try and read this at the same time as asking Sam and listening to what Sam's going to say. So if I miss a few of your questions, I do apologise. It's not genuine. It's just there's so much going on that it's quite easy to do. Hey, Specky Painter. Right, so Sam's going to be with us in a moment, and then I'll introduce you properly to him. Hope you're all having a great week. Not much for myself. You've probably seen I've got a couple of posts. I've been a bit quiet this week just because I've had quite a few things to do. And so that's sort of taken my time up and not done much social work on here. What else has got? I've got a small little giveaway tomorrow, just a little weekend giveaway. So I'm looking forward to doing that. It's actually quite a special one for me. So it's a real treat. They're not available anywhere else. I was just sent them to share with you guys. So I'm looking forward to that. So that'll go up tomorrow morning, I would have thought. What else is going on? Obviously, we had the big GYI spot giveaway. Well done to Surrey Scratch Repairs who won that. Congratulations to him. And I threw in a little second-hand prize. Oh, I think I'd left this message earlier today, but I also wanted to thank you all for the birthday wishes for yesterday. I had a great day. Oh, here he is. Let's just get him to join on. So hopefully, you wait. Do you know what? I still need to learn how to do this. He should have connected. Just try again, Sam. He should. Okay, so this is my second time doing this, so I am still learning how to click on to guys. I mean, if they send a request, theoretically it should be in there, but I cannot see it. So let's see if I can, I'm not sure if I can add him. Yeah, there we go. Send request. Hopefully he'll pick that up. I know he was waiting. He's put a big shout out earlier on his channel.
Hey!
There he goes. Hello,
we're on.
Yeah,
how
we're
are
there.
you?
Good, you?
Good.
Right, so let me introduce you to everyone who possibly don't know you already. So this is my second Damage Undone chats with people, and you thankfully said yes to this, which I'm really appreciative of. It's Sam from the Bodycentre, and I know a little bit about you because you sent me some links to your YouTube page with your introduction and a little bit of history behind you. But I don't want to spoil it for anyone, other than what I put on the post that you've been in the business for 24 years. And I kind of like the family history. So look, just why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Well, so basically started from the start. Obviously, when I left school, I started at my mum and dad's business, obviously the Bodycentre. I was 17 at the time. And I was 16, 17, obviously fresh out of school.
You need to go back a bit more because on your YouTube video, you look a little bit younger than 17 in that figure.
Well, yeah, obviously my mum and dad owned the Bodycentre, and me growing up, obviously, as soon as I left school, I started there as a panel beater. I don't know where to start. It's such a long story.
No, but you just give us. You know, all right. I'll say to people, if you haven't seen the YouTube video, if you can post it up after this, just a link to it on your page, and tag me in, and I'll share it. It's a really nice video, and I think that just the old family pictures that go with it are fantastic, and I thought it was a really nice way to introduce yourself.
Yeah.
So we won't spoil that bit for everyone then. If you tell us, all right. So took over the family business, came in at 17.
Yes, so I came in at 17 and I went straight into the workshop. I started as a panel beater. So I was actually repairing the cars. We had 2 panel beaters at the time who I jumped in with, and I learned everything off them. I was there 6 months from school, and obviously my mum, like I say, my mum and dad owned the Bodycentre. 6 months in, my dad got diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah,
so
I saw that.
Yeah, so when, obviously, horrible story through.
Oh, we've just lost a little bit.
You lost connection?
No, we're back. We're good.
You there?
Yeah, we're
cool.
Good.
So yeah, 17, started as a panel beater, mum and dad's business. 6 months in, my dad was diagnosed with cancer. So obviously, as you can imagine, it was terrible, terrible times. Mom and dad have been in business. It's 26 years now, and very, very family orientated business. Everyone's been there forever. So when that happened, as you can imagine, it was horrific times. Obviously, I was 17. I had a younger sister, Sophie. She was very young at the time when it happened, and obviously my mum was still running the office side. And yeah, we went through some real bad times, and it got to the point where we had workshop managers in and out. With us being such a busy shop, we couldn't find the right guy. Everyone was finding it tough, and it was one New Year's Eve. Woke up 1st of January. It was like something clicked in me, and I was like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this over. I was 18, so I had a bit of time in and out. Obviously, I went obviously a horrible time, as I said.
It's tough.
Something really did click inside me where I thought he would want me to take this over. No one else can do this how I should be able to do it. So 18 years old, 1st of January, I took the reins, and mum was a little bit worried about it. Obviously, I'm a young guy. There was 20, 25, 26, 27 lads there with an 18-year-old running it. Doesn't sound right. But it actually worked out really good. Really good.
Do you know, I don't think it necessarily comes down to age, though, because a little bit of a detour here. When I left school, I didn't go into this business. I went into the safari business. And I literally, so I was sort of 17, 18, probably not even 18 yet. And I was guiding clients around, clients that had paid several £1,000s for a week and the responsibility was mine. And there I am taking sort of 40, 50-year-olds out on and looking after them for the whole week, making sure they've got their luggage, their meals. And I kind of just forgot about the age thing, because it's the way that you put yourself across. And obviously, from what I've seen about you, Sam, and we've only connected recently, but your business is really impressive. I mean, I watched one of your videos today where you were reeling off all the footballers. Now, I'm not a football fan, so I have no clue who all those guys were, but the cars looked impressive.
Yeah. Again, that was something from which I really, obviously everyone wants to do the footballers' cars. They have the mental cars, and they have the crazy ideas, and because of who they are, they can afford to do them things. So I've always wanted to get in with them. But from back in the day when my dad ran it, he used to love that. He used to, we've got a blah blah blah's car in. I'd be like, whoa. So it's always been from back in the day where he enjoyed getting them in, to now me obviously running it with him not being here, me getting them in. And I'm glad I got one up on him, because I got a lot more than he did. A lot more of them in. We created some real good, I still have got relationships with a lot of the guys. Some who 5, 6, 7 years ago who joined, who's helped us massively.
So how many people have you got working for you in your team now?
26, 27.
It's a big show, isn't it? It's
big, yeah. It's really big. A crazy statistic since June, since we come back off our lockdown, because we had a lockdown. Our shop didn't have to, but
I saw the video on that.
Yeah, because we want to take care of our guys. We decided that was best. No one knew what it was going to be like. We've employed since the 1st of June. I think it's six people since the 1st of June. We're meant to be in a recession. Body shops closing down everywhere. People not having the money to spend. But we come back off lockdown. Wow, it was crazy.
I'm just smiling to myself, and I am listening to you, and I will come back to what you said, but I've just had a message come up here saying Dad will be extremely proud of you. So I'm not sure who that's from, but that was a really nice, somebody called KPF, so that's a really nice message for you.
Yeah.
He's got always, but yeah, do you know what? It's always nice to have that, to know that somebody's sort of watching over your shoulder. My dad came into my workshop a couple of times and helped me out before he sadly passed away from cancer as well.
Oh,
But yeah, it's a little
sorry
coincidence
about that.
there. No,
Yeah,
it's life, isn't it?
that's it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I can sort of relate to where you came from, and it's I don't know if you get this, but it's really weird. I've had the same sort of workshop that my dad was in here, and there's a couple of times that it's almost like I've had this sixth sense that somebody's watching me, or has sort of said, you need to just do this again, or have a look
Yeah.
at. It's so weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
I, I, ca-
Definitely.
I can't explain
100%.
it. Yeah, but it's nice. Anyway, we digress there. So yeah, going back to the recession and taking on 6 more guys.
Yeah.
That's really good. What would you? I mean, I've got my own thoughts on that, but what are your thoughts about it?
In all honesty, obviously it's my mum's business, and Lewis is one of the directors there as well. So obviously in all honesty, a lot of the business decisions are mostly me in my mum's ear heavily. We should do this, we should do that, we should do this. I come up with the most crazy ideas in the world. So luckily, thank God, my mum is in charge and she gets to actually make the decisions. But
Well, she reels you back in, does she?
oh yeah, every day. Yeah, it's quite frustrating because I get this thought in my head and I'm off. It's got to happen, and then obviously I get to it. I do all the prep work, go to her in her office. Like, Mum, we're gonna do this, and she's like, "No, we're not."
Nah.
And I'm like, "What?" So yeah, the 6 people starting was a bit of me. We need someone here. We need someone there. This needs to flow more. This needs to happen. So that was a bit of me in her ear, but it did come down to her to make that decision. And obviously, it's a massive decision, massive, and it's actually really scary because you're taking on 6 people where have to provide for them. When they come into our family, we look after them. We do everything we can to make their life as best as we can. So obviously taking them on when times are very unstable, it's worrying. But
You don't know what's around the corner.
you don't know what's around the corner, 100%. But at the minute and for the foreseeable, we're so busy. We've got more than enough work to do for the rest of the year. We're booking into next year already. TBC Detailing, again, that's Danny, one of the guys who we've employed, one of them 6. He's doing awesome. Again, we started up a business just after in a recession, after a lockdown. Again, that's quite worrying. But like I say, everything is going crazy.
But that business ties in with your business, so it's not something that's really out on a limb. And I see TBC Detailing keeps adding some stuff on there, but unfortunately, you can't actually click on those links. So it might be something that's worth putting up later.
That's probably Danny.
Yeah, it may be. Hello, Danny. Nice to see you texting.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it sort of ties in together. Now, what do you think is making, because there's a lot of guys like us, okay, and I'm in the same situation as you. I'm not as big as you. It's just myself, and I've never had the balls to expand the business like you have. And I'm kind of stuck in my ways now. But I'm the same as you. So I'm booked up. I think I'm taking bookings now for the 2nd week of January. So it's really good for me. And I would put that down to just sort of, well, the old sort of classics, just the marketing, the way you come across, the care that you put into your work, your customers. Would you sort of reiterate, or am I missing something there? Because I mean, you are on the ball with your marketing as well in your videos, and that's going to help you.
Yeah, social media it's been unbelievable. I've ran the Bodycentre, everything, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, from day one. Again, that's something me and my mum clashed heads with years ago when we started that. Obviously, love her to bits. Obviously, she's older than me. She's in a different generation. She don't know what's out there and what can be done. So that was another thing I brought to it. And starting that it's insane. Obviously I don't want to do figures, but
no,
massive difference. But maintaining that and keeping the content coming is so hard. I obviously run the workshops. When I then get home, I'm on my phone till 11 until I fall asleep every single night. Weekends, you have to keep the flow coming.
you can't switch off really. I mean, we should switch off, but it's difficult because
Yeah,
it's like you said, you have to be on the ball. You have to.
yeah. Back then it weren't too bad. I still absolutely love it. I'm addicted to it. But back then when I started it, when I was 19, 20, I think
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
I didn't have to come home. Like now I've got my own house. I've got 2 children, a wife. So that's 4 women in there giving me grief when I'm on my phone at night. But yeah, back then when I started it, I didn't have this. I could go home and sit in my room and do it all night, do
Yeah.
videos and everything, and it wasn't a problem. But obviously when you get older and your life change, it's hard to keep on top of it, really hard. And again, it goes back to mum. Well, I would love to have like a social media guy in with me to do some of the videos, help schedule all my posts and that. But it's hard because you need someone who understands everything within the business, the processes of each job, each project, and that person has to be in the right spot every single day. So it's hard. I think I'm the perfect person for it in the business because I'm here, there, and everywhere all the time. But that is something that I would like to do in the future. Get just some help, just to turn it up a notch, and get the YouTube videos out a lot more frequently. I think we've got like coming up to 2 million views now on our channel, which isn't big at all compared to the other guys out there. But for a little family-run business in Norwich, I'm really proud of that, and the guys have done really well.
It's not so much the numbers that you get or the followers; it's the content that you put on there, and the guys that you actually have been watching it there. So that interaction. So, I said this to someone else the other day. You can have 50,000 followers, 60,000, 100,000 followers, or you can have 20,000 followers. And if you get more interaction out of that 20,000 followers, that is going to be much more. Well, I would find that more productive than just having the numbers, really.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I've got a couple of more questions for you, if you don't mind.
Oh no, I know a lot of my friends are on here, so it's going to be bad, isn't it?
No, it'll be all right. It'll be all right. So, can you sort of give us an idea of your next step? We know you've taken on 6 members of staff. Are they your 6 members of staff? Are they just in any areas in the shop, or are they in specific areas?
We've got new panel guy, new parts guy, another lady in the office, obviously Danny, another one in the prep team. So yeah, it's all places that we just really needed the people. Can't remember who else we got. That was 5, wasn't it? I think I'm sure it's 6. It's crazy because we're so used to having. We got I'll call him David. I'm not going to say his nickname. David. He's been there. I think it's 20 years. 20 years.
Wow.
We got Jason, our estimator. He's been there coming up to 20. Ollie, our prepper. You've probably seen him on my Instagram. He's the one with the swept back hair, look like Leonardo DiCaprio. He's been there up to 20 years. Nelly, Marty in the strip and fit. They're well over 15. Obviously Lewis. He's been there.
That's the sign of a good business.
Yeah. There's probably obviously with the new people, and then 3 or 4 other people who hasn't been there over 15 years. Sally in the office, she's been there. I think she's coming up to 20 as well.
My goodness.
So everyone's been there forever. So that's why it's real weird when the new faces come in.
Yeah.
It was like I was calling people wrong names all the time. It was so frustrating. But they've all come in and they're blown us out of the water.
So they gelled in really well.
Oh yeah, like amazingly. Yeah. We kind of cherry picked them. We got a few little tip offs from some contacts, so we sort of knew who we were after. And thankfully they come to us and joined our team, and they're doing amazing. John in the panel shop, he's brilliant, really, really good. And Dalpino, our two panel beaters, John and Dalpino, they're quality, like quality.
Yeah,
really good.
That is a skill. I mean, to master something like that is really difficult.
With all the technology we have in there now, obviously we've got like 15 manufacturer approvals. Yeah. So with them, you have.
You just got one recently, didn't you? Was it Jaguar?
No, we've had that 17 years now.
All right, okay. Sorry.
Our most recent one, I think, is probably Bentley. We're not officially Bentley. I think we're Affinity Partners. Again, Porsche coming to Norwich. We're in talks with them heavily. But yeah, with all the manufacturer approvals that we got, the tooling, the training,
Yeah.
the stuff that comes with it is insane. The equipment and technology now is it's
And
next level.
it's a high investment. It's a totally different level to what I do. Totally different.
Oh, it's massive. Yeah, it's massive.
Yeah.
Like an aluminium cabin, we have to have a certain cabin in the workshop to do the aluminium repairs. You have to have certain dust extractions, certain tooling. For instance, a dust extraction, £6,000 for a Hoover. It's crazy. When we've got about 4 in the other room, we'll do the exact same job. You have to have this certain one for obviously
the aluminium.
cross contamination. Yes, but obviously with that massive investment for all our approvals, obviously the work comes from it.
Yeah, which clearly it is if you're booking up
Yeah.
into January.
Yeah.
And so what do you see for the next step? If your mom's not watching, just a little quiet, what do you see as your next step in the business?
So the next step, obviously, we would love more manufacturer approvals and get them big ones. Maybe, like I say, Bentley and Porsche. We've got a real good relationship with Bentley. We're kind of with them already. But Porsche coming to Norwich is a big thing for us. But it's a big investment, like really, really, really big. So we need to really sit down, me and Mama Lewis, and discuss if we should go for it or not. But it's an amazing brand, and we do love a good Porsche, so it'd be nice to get that. And obviously with the detailing side, that's quite new, so there's a lot more pushing to do there. We've got huge sites for that. I'd love to get obviously loads more cars in. I'd love to get a van on the road one day so we can do the mobiles. So when we do our ceramic coats and our detailing, when they then go, it's not hard to get them back. It's obviously only a phone call, but when you have a £200,000 McLaren, you don't want to be driving it from your house. Could be raining to the detailing centre, get it clean. Could be raining when you drive back. It's wrecked again. Yeah. It really wants to be in their driveway, but that's something that I'd like to push for.
Yeah, that sounds like a decent add-on service. Really it makes total sense if you could do it.
Yeah.
And good. Then another question. Well, I got a few questions, so we'll just go through them. So, what are your 2 favorite things about the job? What do you? Is there something you wake up in the morning and think, I really would like to do this, or you come home like?
My 2 favorite
things, yeah.
My 2 favorite things are, number 1.
Yeah.
Is I've got it's like an addiction, like a burning thing inside where I have to make my mum and dad proud. Obviously, my dad's not here, so I'd love to do it for him. With my mum, working with her every day, I literally get a buzz when it's flowing, when it's rammed, when the doors are full. I love doing that. But honestly, hand on my heart, the second best thing is seeing the customer's face at the end. There's been so many times where we got a job in, we're doing what's on the job card. When it's going through the workshop, I'll add things on. Do this, do that as well. Like, Nelly, just take that off. We'll do that. So when it gets to the end, the customer's like, you done this as well. I love that. I love that extra at the end. So the customer is really happy. They want to come back if that ever happen again. And then they'll go tell their friends.
I think that's a really good tip, because it doesn't take a lot to do that little bit extra. No. So the way I work is I will give my customers a to and a from price, because you just never know what you're going to come across when you do a job. And majority of the times I try and always keep it to the lower side of that quote. Yeah. And that for them is about, they've got the worst case in their head, so they know what they're going to have to spend if everything goes wrong. But when they come back and they see that they've not had to spend that sort of money, and they've saved themselves 30, 40, 50 quid, that's been just like you, that sort of set it, just a little smile and think, you know what?
Just that little extra. I love that. That. So obviously, you obviously can't. People are going to be watching this now, going to be expecting everything.
I know. Yeah.
We do, going back to sort of the lockdown thing, after lockdown, we done over 250 estimates in June.
See,
250 estimates. So obviously that's hard to please all of them, obviously, but
yeah,
yeah, on them big projects, and when you get that really nice customer who wants to actually know what's happening to their car, it's love to do them extra bits.
yeah. That's just a little bit of a cherry on the icing for them.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Are there any other repairers? This is quite a tricky question, this one. So are there any other repairers that you've sort of seen on the social media or over the last few months that you think some of the other guys watching this should probably check out if we're not already following them? Repairers, detailers, it could be anybody.
I love repairers, luxury car repair.
Luxury car repair.
He does some crazy body repairs. Porters, they're over in Ireland. I speak to Colin a lot. He's a good guy. We've had a good chat on Instagram. He's a Tesla manufacturer approved body shop. He has some mental cars going through. Absolute detailing. I think they're in Holland. I think they are. They're insane. They got a really nice setup. And to be honest, I sort of before we started our detailing center, I did obviously see theirs and thought, oh, I want a bit of that. I like that setup.
But then that's good. That's that's what this whole thing's about. When I sort of came onto Instagram a couple of years ago, and I sort of saw other guys doing their repairs, and it's not that my repairs weren't very good. It's just that seeing other people's repairs made me want to be even better than I was.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%.
So
yeah,
it's nice to see what other people are doing, and it kind of just made me want to be even better.
100%.
Try and always sort of take that next step.
We're always obviously we've done very well. We've got a lot of approvals. We've got some great guys who know some great stuff, but we always flick through the internet and see different things, different processes, and we're always learning off other people. It's great to see the other stuff going on for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. Do you have a favorite tool or gun that you like?
Obviously, I'm not actually hands-on anymore.
No.
I'm mainly more sort of
social
the social media side, and we sort of switched roles a bit since lockdown. Lewis is sort of mainly running the workshops a bit more than me, and I'm concentrating on my laptop a bit more. But I do love the DV1, the gun, spray gun. Yeah, I painted Adam and Ollie, our two painters. They love that as well. They're awesome guys. Again, they've been there for years and years and years, and they always see the most up-to-date recent stuff and the cool stuff, and then I see it and I'm like, yeah, that's a cool gun. I don't really know the ins and out of that gun like they do, but it looks good, and they said it's good, so we'll get it.
It gets the bonus point. And do you know what setup they've got?
Honestly, all different things. Obviously, all different 3-stage pals they use, primers they use. Yeah. He has all sorts, but I'll get him to get in touch with you and tell you.
Yeah, go on. That'd be great.
Adam is the most. How do I say it? Without he loves a data sheet.
Does he?
Oh, he's terrible. If there's something new, he will come to me and he will tell me. It will read off this whole data sheet. What he's like memorized in his head. He loves it. He's so technically gifted, but he loves the background stuff as well. There's a new product come out, Speedsecker, however the new products come out, he will know everything straight away. Oh, I've just ordered this new wet on wet. It's now it's a 5-minute flash off. It's new out. I've ordered it. I hope you don't mind, but I've ordered it, but it's going to speed up the time. And it's like, all right, Adam, just do your thing, mate.
Yeah. You know what you're doing, I know.
Yeah, but we got trust in the guys.
Sorry, go on.
No one takes advantage at all. The boys get what they want. To be fair, they have got it good, and like I say, anything new that come out, they get it. Even our stores. I know a lot of body shops. See, I've never been to another body shop. I don't know how anything else works apart from ours because I was so young when I started, and I've never been anywhere else. So things like when people do their, we've got like a dry store. So the guys have their own trolleys in the prep shop. and they'll go to the stores in the morning, get everything they need, write it down on the list, and it gets Paul, our new partsman Paul. He will then order it, and everything will turn up the next day. But I've heard people have like barcodes, and they only have a certain amount of discs per job and stuff like that, and really, really strict on material. But yeah, we're the opposite. They get the best stuff, and it does what it does. Obviously, you maintain it and use them products to the maximum. But yeah, there's no curfew on certain
that comes
things.
down to having the right team, doesn't it? I mean,
Yeah,
like you
definitely.
said, you've got guys that've been there for almost 20 years, and
Yeah.
so that literally just comes down to trust and having the guys that are invested in the business as much as you're invested in the business. And if they are going to take care of the products and the kits that you've got there, because you know, they realize that if they just use a disc once and throw it away, that's coming over the overhead, that's going to affect the business.
Exactly.
And all of these things, they're small, but they add up, don't they? They
Oh
all have a big knock
definitely.
on.
Yeah, we get to the end of the month, and obviously, like I say, they get what they want, really. But yeah, it gets to the end of the month, and it's like, whoa, and Mum will come through, and she's like, lads, calm down. It's getting to the end of the month. Wait till next month now. Yeah, but again, with her, she's like a mum to all of them. She's brilliant. Yeah, she'll go in the workshop. Yeah, she don't hold back. Yeah, if something's wound her up or something's happened or she want to speak to someone, yeah, she's straight in there. Yeah.
Oh, she sounds classic. She sounds absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I probably should have been speaking to her tonight instead of you.
Yeah, you should, yeah. I told her, I think she's on here now. I haven't.
Is she?
I haven't.
What do we call your mum? Mrs. Elwin?
Yeah.
Hello.
But yeah, she don't hold back. She's in there. She's very hands on. We're trying to me and Lewis are trying to slow her down now, because she shouldn't be doing what she does now. She's in at 6 a.m. and finishing at God knows what. And obviously, again, when she's home, she's doing bits and bobs. But yeah, she loves it. She needs to. Mum, if you watch, you need to slow down.
But then you've just put that word in the sentence there, and that's what sums it up. She loves it, and so she's not doing it because she has to and she has to pay the bill. She's doing it because she loves it, and that, you know, you can't get a better reason to go to work than because you love it, really, can you?
Definitely. I think with what we've all been through as well, with obviously losing Dad, he was just the man in there. The man, like every single person, like just adored him. He was really tall. He had swept back hair. He was a real cool guy, and no one messed with him. He was definitely in charge. So I think a lot of the guys respect that, and obviously he treated them all amazingly. Like he always had the flash cars, and he'd be giving them out left, right, and centre just to keep everyone happy and looking after the guys. So I think once he'd then gone, and when it was sort of just us lads and me, Mum and Lewis, everyone sort of come together even more. Obviously, and still at this today, 10 years on since he's been gone, everyone's still a team, and I know for a fact he's on everyone's mind every day still, for sure.
That's absolutely brilliant. And I'll sort of come back to what we said right at the beginning, that your introduction video to the Bodycentre that you've put on YouTube, and like I said, if we can just do a little, add it to our storyboard and just share it this evening.
Yeah.
Everyone, if you know, it's not a long video, but it's a really interesting video, and it just sort of shows like Sam growing up as a kid on the digger, and you know,
digging the boobs out,
and your dad's there. Yeah, it's just such a nice little video to watch. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's good. And very recently, my sister Sophie, she's probably on there as well. She's now joined our team as well. So I think Dad would be very proud of us all. There's now.
So what's Sophie doing then?
She's in the office. She's in the office. She's in reception. So yeah, I was when Mum said, "Oh, I think Sophie's going to start." I was really excited. I was really happy, and I'd never want anything different. But I was like, "Oh no!" So I've got Mum giving me grief every day, and now I've got my sister as well. I'm in some serious trouble here.
But there is something serious to say, and a real positive of women in the business, and I think they're so underestimated. There's not enough respect for them, because they just handle things and I'm not saying that we're not, as men, we're not great painters, we're not all this, but the ladies take it to a whole different level, and
Yeah.
they just put this whole different sort of thought and care process, a bit more organized than us.
Yeah.
And it's just like amazing. And
Yeah. They are good.
I love to see the ladies that are coming up in the business now, because
Yeah.
I just think some of them, just their work is phenomenal.
Our reception team is, I would definitely say, the one of the best for sure. We've got, obviously, my mum runs the office. My sister Sophie, she's now in there, hasn't been there long. Sally, she's been there up to 20 years, and we've got Hannah as well. They take it to the next level. I actually spoke to them the other day because I was really impressed with what they do. I can't remember where I saw it now. I think it was Starbucks. Like,
Right.
they put the names on the cup, so when you get your cup, you put your name on. I like that. So what I noticed, what they were doing, I actually went to go say something to them, but they already do it, is when that customer comes in, we have 50, 60 cars a week we do, so they see a lot of people. I love it when they know who's about to walk in that door. So when the customer walks in that door, hello, Mr. Blah, 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 how are you? That customer already feels, oh, wow, these guys are on the ball. They know
it's a simple thing.
Yeah, I love them little simple things. It's clockwork.
That's brilliant. I mean, and those are the kind of tips that, you know, maybe someone who's just listening to this little interview will sort of, or chat, will sort of pick up. And, you know, those little points, know the customer's name. And just, we are so busy in our life. You know, I was going to say something, but I won't, because it's quite a sad story. But I had a customer that was, you know, it's just sometimes you need to give the customers a little bit more time, because they've got, you know, all right, there's the accident in the car park, but there's other times that they've scraped their car because there's something emotional happening in their life.
Yes.
And they sometimes, and they're so upset when they come in, you know, even that little cup of tea. And I've had customers come in, I said, look, do you want a cup of hot chocolate, or just sit down, relax, you know, it's only metalwork we can put in. And it's just that reassurance for them, because, and this lady that came in the other day, you know, we're not supposed to touch anyone, but I had to. She was so upset. I had to sort of put my arm around her and said, look, you know, don't worry, we'll get it right.
Yeah, you definitely need to do that for sure. We deal with, we have a huge range of, our customer base is massive. It goes from the young lads all the way to the old people. You've got supercar owners in there, the daily drivers, classic car owners. There's, for the reception, and Jason, who does the estimates, who again is unbelievable, and Lewis, obviously, you have to get in a different zone for each customer. You need to know, a classic car customer is going to be on the ball. He's going to want to know everything. He's going to want to know the products. He's going to want the underside looking like the front panels. You're going to have a young 17-year-old lad who doesn't know the ins and outs of cars, and he's going to be thinking, we're going to respray his car for £200. There's so many different avenues you have to go down to get into a customer's head and explain it, which that is why I love doing the videos. And that is what made me start doing our YouTube channel, is when you're doing them estimates, I always thoroughly explain what we're doing. Like everything, start to finish, everything we're doing, the products that we use, the tooling that's required, with the training that we've had to do that. Sometimes I think I do bore a lot of my customers, but it obviously works and they book in. But again, that's when I then do the videos. So when that customer's gone away and we've had a chat, we've got their email, I'll then send them an email. This is a video, pretty much exactly the same as what we're going to do to your car. So watch this and you'll see what goes into it. And that has helped me out many a times. We have a TV in the office, and I'll be outside explaining. They're like, oh no, that's a lot of money. I don't really want to do that. Is it really necessary? Just come with me, come watch this, show him the video, done. He's like, I understand. That's why the price is the price.
See, that's really interesting. That's quite a different way of doing it, but I mean, obviously you're on a much larger scale than myself and several other smaller guys like me. But that's how I started out, that on the whole Instagram and LinkedIn, and, you know, not so much YouTube. I just sort of helpful videos, but on Instagram and Facebook, it was, the videos were a story of what I'm doing to your car. So if you wanted to watch it afterwards, you could see the transparency of the repair, and you could see that nothing was hidden or, you know, covered up.
Exactly that.
And I had the same sort of reaction. They'd get it and they'd see, oh, that's really cool, and then they'd be showing their friends this video of
Yeah.
the repair on their car.
Yeah.
And
That's
how
what
it
a lot of
started.
people. A lot of people say that, sort of in the trade, people in the trade, and other people who we know and that, like, oh, you're brave showing all that. That's like, why?
Yeah.
We've got absolutely nothing to hide. Nothing.
No.
Every single car is treated exactly the same. We'll have an old Clio in. We'll have a brand new Lamborghini in. That Clio will get the same amount of attention as that Lamborghini, because when that car goes out, that customer's going to be expecting this car to be perfect, and if it's not, he's not going to be happy, and we can't have unhappy customers. So every car, what I like to say is, cool slogan is, we treat all the cars as if it was our own.
Yeah, and that's, well, from what I've sort of seen, that's kind of how your whole business comes across, just the passion that you seem to have about it. And, you know, we come back to your staff being with you for 20 years. You don't have that sort of record if you're doing something wrong, and especially in this industry, because you can have quite a high turnover of staff.
Yeah, we're lucky.
You're really lucky. So Sam, I'm going to just sort of wind this up, because we could probably talk forever.
Yeah.
But maybe we could do a second one, if you don't mind, in like 6 months'
100%.
time. Touch base, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, you
what,
should see my car. I got a full-on studio.
Have you?
Yeah, it's a long story, but I actually haven't been to work since Monday. I won't bore you too long, but yeah, Monday I was at work, and I had a really bad cold. I feel loads better now. I bunged out. I had a nasty cough, and I was like, oh no.
I don't know why I'm laughing, but I am.
Yeah.
It's just,
I was thinking, I've got it. I've got it. I didn't even think it was that bad, and I've got it.
Right.
And then I got a call that like lunchtime Monday off my wife Laura.
Yeah.
Sam, they've just shut her daughter's nursery down. They got a positive case, and I was like, I've got COVID. So I went down to Mum's office. I was like, Mum, they've shut the nursery down. There's a positive case there. So I was like, I'm going. I need to get out. I'm not risking anything. Any customers, any lads in the workshop, anyone. I need to get out. I need to get a test and get sorted. So yeah, I come home, got a test, and I'm negative. I'm fine. I'm all good. I haven't got nothing. But yeah, full panic mode. And I was like, where am I going to do my Instagram live with Wayne? So yeah, you can see it. This is amazing. I'm ready for part 2.
Spin the camera around, or can you not? Is it on a jig?
I thought we can, yeah.
Go on.
We got one over there.
Right.
One there, and one over there.
Brilliant. Oh, absolutely brilliant. Thanks,
I won't
Sam.
tell you what car I got, because you won't like it.
Oh, no. Let's ignore that. We'll forget that conversation. Right. Look, Sam, what tip can you share with us all? You've already given us loads of tips, but if you were sort of to say, I want to leave you guys with this, and it can be anything.
Consistency.
Absolutely.
In everything. The quality of your work.
Yeah.
Consistency on maintaining your social media pages, because that is the aim of the game. Consistent work.
I agree. It has to be that.
As quality as you can. We have the battle of, we're not an insurance body shop at all. We do an awful lot of insurance work, but it's on our terms. That's a whole nother story. So
should we touch on that briefly? Have we got time?
I've got loads of time.
Yeah, because that's a subject that I'd like to add to as well. So
yeah,
go on. You give us like.
This is my script. This is what I do with most customers. So a lot of people may have heard this before.
All right.
We are a manufacturer approved body shop.
Yep.
We're not insurance approved. There's a lot of insurance approved body shops around our area, around the country, obviously. The negatives of listening to your insurance company and going to an insurance approved body shop are, I feel like I'm going to slam everyone, but I'm not, because it's not the body shop's fault at all. The insurance company pay minimal for insurance repairs. That only leaves one route for the insurance body shop. Obviously, they're not getting the maximum funds they need for that job. So they have to use non-genuine parts. They can't use the best paints. They can't use the best masking tape, etc. So everything, the quality, all comes down because they have to do the car as cheap as they can, and obviously they work off volumes, the amount of cars they do. The more cars they do, the more money they use. The cheaper the products, the more money they're going to make out of their little cut. With us, we are a manufacturer-approved body shop, so the dealers send the cars direct to us. So we get a lot of work from that. We get an awful lot of work of private, people just walking in, Instagram, Facebook, etc. We also get a massive amount of insurance work. Now, when it comes to the insurance, with us, we're not linked with that insurance company. We don't have to do what they say. We say to them, this car is having that, it's having that, it needs that. We are blending that door, so don't knock that off. It needs a wheel alignment, so don't knock that off. Anything it needs is having, and you're paying what we say. Obviously, we have battles every day of the week. Jason's job there is very hard. He's basically just fighting people all day long. But we're fighting for our customers' cars. We want their car to be repaired the best it can possibly be. There's no corners cut. You shouldn't have to cut corners on someone's car who's been paying for an insurance for many years. Could you imagine paying all your insurance for 15 years? You have a big crash in your brand new Range Rover, and then a guy in an insurance company says, can you take it to them? Because we have a link with them and we're now going to pay them next to nothing to repair your car. So, it might not look the best when it's done, but we're not paying too much. So, sorry, mate.
Do you know what happened to me was I'm the same as you. I don't do insurance work. And obviously, I do get customers come in that want their cars done under insurance or a third party, however it happens. And I say to them, look, that's absolutely fine. But you need to speak to the insurance. I'll give you the quote. You take it to the insurance company. The insurance company will then ring me and they'll approve it. Yeah. Which is great. But I will not be dealing with that insurance company for payment. I will then tell that insurance company that they will either have to pay, they'll have to settle with you direct and then you pay me because I can't be waiting. And this came about because I had an insurance company once ring me up and say, we'd like to approve your quote. Great. I said, what's your payment terms? Because I'm a small business. I can only, I can't wait more than a couple of days. That's the most I would have done at the time. They said, well, it's 30 days. I said, that's not going to happen. I can't do that. They said, well, if you give us 15% of the bill, we'll pay you within 2 weeks. I said, what? So you want another 15% of my what I'm earning so that I can get you to pay me my money
quicker.
And I just,
it's horrific.
I think body shops are, and this might be quite generic, so I apologize if I offend anyone by saying this, but I think they're almost too scared, or the insurance company's got them by the gonads, that they're so scared. They don't want to say, they're worried about losing that work, and they don't want to say, do you know what? We are not going to deal with you that way. This is our terms now, very similar to you. And then unless you do that, you are going to constantly be tied down, and it's not right. Yeah.
That's obviously a part of Mum's battle again. Like I say, we do an awful lot of it, but luckily that's why Mum's amazing, because she set these things up when we go into. They're not even a contract because we've got some, but they're all prestige.
Right.
For the insurance company, the prestige one, but it's completely different to the normal stuff. But setting up them at the start where your payments and that, we have some that are 2 months, 90 days. It's crazy, but
that's a long time for a business.
It's a long time, especially when it could be a £25,000 repair, and we have that every day. Every day, we'll have massive jobs in which we then have to wait for, and that's the turnover of money, the management of that side. I couldn't even imagine how hard that is for my mum to manage that. It's crazy.
Just remembering who owes you the money and constantly chasing them. And especially now with COVID, you can't seem to get hold of anyone, so it's even harder.
They're all working from home, and you can't get hold. They're on limited hours. It's crazy. It does get very stressful, especially when, like I say, 50, 60 cars a week. You get to the end of that week and say 30 of those are insurance jobs where you now want your money. Yeah, it's stressful.
Well, that's Specky Painters just said that as well. I've got a couple of questions for you. Have actually just popped up. If I can ask you then.
Yes.
So we've got the one from KPF, which was more of a statement, just saying that your dad was proud for you.
Yeah.
Jack3_Masters. What is your favorite car of all time? And it can't be the one that you're sitting in.
What my personal favorite or one we've worked on?
No. Well, give us both then. Actually, that's why not.
My personal favorite would be a Lamborghini Aventador SVJ. Love them.
Okay, I'm gonna have to Google that.
Oh, you'll enjoy that.
Okay.
That's pretty special, that car. And the best one we've worked on. Obviously, we've had some crazy cars come through, but probably we have worked on a Lamborghini Aventador S, which is the one just before the SVJ. So that was special. That was nice. What else did we have? Lamborghini Countach.
So look, you've just given me 3 Lamborghinis there. So obviously there's a little bit of a trend flowing with those cars.
Oh yeah, we've done a lot. Have you seen the scissor doors? What we do? We're the UK installer for the Lamborghini doors.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, there's loads on the YouTube. I'll send you some after. But we've
good, cool.
Lamborghini Galados. They have normal open out doors like normal cars. So we're the installer for LSD. They're made in Germany, shipped over from Germany, and basically you take the doors off, change the hinges to these big hinges. You have to cut all the wire and loom of the car, completely cut it, extend it all. You have to cut the edge of the door off, cut all the inner wing out. So obviously to have movement for the doors to then come up. And when you work, we've done that on a Lamborghini Gallardo. It wasn't brand new, but you're going to be over 100 grand there when you're cutting the door edge off and you're cutting the inner wing out, having to sort all that out. It's big job, quite daunting. But we're done 3 or 4 now. Lambos. We've done a Fiat 500. Put Lamborghini doors on one of them.
I saw that one. Isn't that in the snow? Picture
yes,
a red
it
one,
was in the snow,
wasn't it? Yes, I saw that one. Yeah.
Yeah, we're done.
That looks really impressive.
It was Audi R8. So we put Lambo doors on an R8 and fully wrapped that. Yeah. We done another Lamborghini Gallardo that come from London. We fit the Lamborghini doors, and then we wrapped it green chrome. That was insane.
I don't think I've seen that one. No.
That's special. That was quite a while ago now, so I'll send you that as a video on that. But yeah, it was white, and the guy, he lived in London. He drove to Yorkshire.
Right.
It was Alexander Prestige. He got that from. Picked it up from there. Drove it all the way down from Yorkshire to Norwich. Dropped it off. We popped him in one of our little courtesy cars. He went back to London, and we done the door conversion, full wrap, a load of other bits and bobs, and that was insane. That actually, my eldest daughter was born during that project, and it was at the time, it was one of the biggest projects that we've done. It was massive. I thought I have to get the pictures and videos of this one. It's going to be crazy. So one of my best friends, Jake, he's probably on there. He's in our prep team now. I dragged him out of his job to come with us. He actually took over the filming on that. And my friend Tom, he's living in London now. I got those two in. That was before Jake was working with us. So Jake and Pick would come in, done the filming while I was in the hospital with my wife, obviously my daughter being born. Got home, had a day at home just getting sorted. I was like, I need to go back to work. I need to film this car because I can't miss it. I'm sorry, but I can't miss this car. I'll be back. So yeah, that, as you can imagine, my wife and my mum weren't impressed with that. But
no,
it's raking in the views on YouTube and we got loads from it. So it had to be done.
Right, send that over to me. Right, look, we have 7 minutes to finish this up. Otherwise, we're going to get cut off because we've been gassing for about an hour, almost an hour. So, right, let's get to these other questions. This is Kim Louise Noble.
Yeah.
So
Kimmy?
Your dad's son can't wait for part 2. Do you know what that is?
What'd she say?
Your dad's son can't wait for part 2.
She's probably drunk.
Okay, well let's skip past that one. And then Sam. Oh yeah, she's back again. She says, Sam, amazing. Could listen to you all night. Got to be. something, sky's the limit. I don't know,
Sure.
TBC, TBC. Right. All right. I really, listen, Sam, I so much appreciate it. And I appreciate that you made your little studio in the car there for me.
No,
So
thank you. Thanks for asking
great.
me. I've really enjoyed it. It's my first live ever as well.
Is it?
I've never
Well,
done it
you're my
before.
number 2. And someone said I should do a couple more. So I might do. I think it's been quite fun. And it's so nice to be able to just chat to people like you. It's
Yeah,
really
definitely,
good.
definitely. I love speaking to people who are in the industry and who understands and on the same page. I love that.
I don't know whether I'm quite on the same page, but at least I pretend to be. Sam, thank you so much. And can we do another one in sort of maybe 4 or 6 months time? Catch up and see where you are.
100%.
All
100%.
right. And thank you so much for tagging me in a couple of pics you put up with your dent pulling bars, etc. That's been quite cool to see. Right, guys. Look, we've only got a few minutes left, so a huge thanks to Sam. If you don't follow him, it's the Bodycentre. Please go and check them out. They're really good. The cars they work on are just amazing. Totally different league to anything that I see. And don't forget to send me those links as well.
I will do. And anyone obviously who's watching from my behalf, make sure you go check out Wayne's page as well, DamageUndone. He's flying with the work.
I'm doing something anyway.
Yeah, you're doing well. I love your
right,
positive vibes in the morning as well. Keep doing that. I love that.
Yeah. Oh, I'll do that then. Yeah. Have a good one.
You too. I don't know what to do
best.
now, so I'm gonna leave this down to you. I don't know what to press.
No, okay. But you know what? We need to have your mum on the show.
Yeah.
The show. It's not even a show. What am I calling a show? It's not a show.
Could be. Sky's the limit.
Live chat. Should we do that?
100%. Yeah. We get in the passenger side. I'll get one of my fisheye lenses so we can get both of us in.
Okay. Let's work on that then. That'll be the next one.
For sure.
Right. Make sure she's a co-pilot. We're going to do that for sure.
Yeah.
All
will.
All the best.
I'll try.
Thank you so much, my friend.
No, thank you. Thank
wait,
you very
hold on.
much.
Wait. 2 more quick questions. Hold on.
Let's go.
No, that was it. Oh, she's not drunk. All right. Bye-bye.
See you
later.
Thanks, mate.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't even know what to do.
I'm going to sit here and wait till it disappears.
There's a button somewhere I have. 57 minutes. There must be like a stop button.
We can fix cars, but we don't know what we're doing now with this.
Okay, yeah. I can remove you. All right. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right, everyone. That's it. Thank you so much for following us. And stay tuned. I'm still working on another little one. But yeah. All right. Now I need to find out how to stop mine, without losing the video. So if anybody knows how to stop this video, that would be absolutely brilliant, because I'm struggling.